Hello everybody and welcome to Innocentious Plays Aurora 4X. So we finally started researching into the jump points and now we have finished our gravitational survey sensor. And with that sensor we are able to finally get off a ship that can find us some jump points to another system. Alright, so I think we should start designing our ship. I have a couple of ideas what I want with it, and I'm not sure if our technology is completely ready for it already, but let's see what we can do right now. So we're gonna make a new class. It's gonna be the Coons class, and it's gonna be a gravitational survey vessel. Alright, so what do we need for you? Well, first let's use this big commercial engine. That will be fine. Then, of course, we want the gravitational survey sensor itself. Now, what I think I'm going to do, this ship is going to scout around our solar system. So let's make it 220 months deployment time. It's going to scout around our solar system looking for the jump points around. And then, when he's done with that mission, I think we should keep him going. I think we should send him into one of the jump points as well and do the first scouting of the new systems. And how do we know if we have encountered some aliens? Well, that's quite easy. We can put an active sensor on him. But right now our active sensor technology, I believe, is quite a bit better already than what we put on our PDS so long ago. So I think someone is researching it, but I can't see it right now. Is it in here? Yeah, it is. Oh, we are only 776 research points away from some better graph sensors. So we should definitely get that and then design a new technology with better active graph sensors. That way, if we are in that system, there's a higher chance that we can actually discover the aliens. I mean, we already know there are existing aliens. I mean, the council has had some proof. But we want to kind of lay contact with them as well. But that is for a little bit later. Right now it will take 12 days before the active graph sensor is done. But we can do more things in the meantime. Alright, so if he wants to jump to that other system, he needs a jump engine. So we're gonna design our first jump engine. Design check. Jump engine. So the jump engine drive efficiency literally is a number that determines how big the jump engine itself has to be and how big of ships he can let through. Right now, with a hull size of 15, the Coons class gravitational survey vessel can't even jump with it, and it's going to add another 750 tons of mass, which also means more defensive plating. So this is right now this is too small for us, and we're gonna get quite heavy. So maybe around 25, maybe 30 even. It's a lot of tonnage we're going to add. So right now he's about 3,500 tons of weight. Add another 1,500 tons. So that will be 5,000 ton. I'm not sure if that's enough even. How easy would it be for us to get some extra jump efficiency? That's 4,000. That's quite a lot. Because I do kind of would like a larger one. And then we're going to look at the 40. It will be 2,000 tons extra weight, but lets us jump 8,000 tons. It's a really heavy one, but I think we should go for something like this. The jump squadron size is the amount of ships he can jump. Well, we don't really care about that. He's gonna probably jump by himself alone. And the radius is how far you can jump outside of your jump, outside of the jump gate. And we don't really mind that as much either. And it's gonna be a military jump drive because this ship, even though it has a commercial engine, is classified as a military vessel because it has the gravitational survey sensor. So we're gonna create this massive jump drive. Super inefficient, but gotta live for it. And we're gonna steal these researchers, and we're gonna look for a good propulsion researcher. That's 25%. I believe we had a better one. That's 40%. Cancel. Power and propulsion. You're gonna research this massive jump drive. Okay. Beside that, do we want anything else? I think we want a larger fuel storage as well. And right now it's quite fast, but with the extra jump drive on it, it's gonna slow down a lot. And I probably wanna put a little bit of more armor on it as well, just on the off chance that we find aliens, that they are hostile, and we need to run. With an armor rating of something like 5, or maybe 4, depends on the weight exactly how it turns out eventually. That would be really nice. Alright, so this is for now our gravitational survey vessel. Do we already have the technology to construct the jump gates, or are we still researching that? I think we already have the technology. Yeah, I don't see it in the... Oh no, here it is. The small jump gate construction module. You also have a jump gate construction module of 180. This module produces a jump gate in 360 days, or 1 year in this game. And this one produces it in 180 days. Well, it's not that much of a research project, but the biggest offset is the weight. This module is already super heavy, and this is even more heavy. So what we're going to do in the meantime already is put the Tolden steel and shipbuilding complex and add an extra 10,000 tons per slipway. And I believe this will not even be enough yet. Also, we need a naval shipyard with a capacity of at least 8,000 per slipway to build the gravitational survey vessel that we are building right now. So right now we are completely not tooled yet for the ships that we are willing to build. So we're gonna wait for that a little bit more. And then we're gonna advance with 5-day ticks. If the civilian economy doesn't build more ships every 5 days. Like I said, every 5 days, of course. Oh, but this is better. The active grav sensor is already done. So we're gonna design the active grav sensor. And the other thing that I'm going to design right now is the one we're going to use. And that is the long range scanner. So we have now an active grav sensor strength of 21. We're gonna keep the EM sensitivity on 8. The sensor size was 6, if I believe. Yeah, I think it was 6. And we're gonna put it on a minimum resolution of 150 hull sizes. So big ships. And yeah, this is gonna detect big objects from really far away and smaller objects from a bit far away. But if we are going to that system, we plan on going around a lot. So we'll see. Do we want to put in some electronic hardening? Nah. If we actually get jammed on this sensor by some alien, then we know we want to run away. So we don't need any electronic hardening. And Let's call it long range, because I didn't do that with the last one. Long range active search sensor. Create. So that will pop up in our sensor and fire control now. And let's put 20 labs on that as well. And when this is done, we can put in more labs to the jump drive. And hopefully by then we'll have a little slightly bigger... we have finished some research. Hopefully by then we have a slightly bigger shipyard, but they're continually expanding every day, and the larger they get, the higher the rate modifier gets, so who knows, maybe. No, it's not gonna happen, but it would be nice. So another sensor guy, King Philby, very famous, has finished some research in the electronic hardening. So what you gonna do now, King Philby? I think some extra track time versus missiles would be nice. Will allow increased tracking speed against missile based on the length of time the missile has been tracked. So the earlier we can see the missile, the better we can intercept it. Well, that sounds like a great bonus to have. Especially if we're gonna have really strong sensors that can detect the missiles early. And I think our missile detection sensors at the moment are not that good. But by the time we will have, we will redesign the bases, then I think we will have quite okay missile detection sensors. And with that we can detect the missiles way ahead of time and put all our anti-missile guns right at their face. And in the meantime, we are still expanding our economy, getting more stuff to Mars. Let's increase a little bit so we can actually see where New Earth and Mars is. Center around the Sol. Right. Yeah, and they are just busy. So let's look at Titan, because we were still trying to terraform you. How are you doing? You're at almost 6% of the atmosphere being oxygen. That's good. But we still have a worker shortage. There are still not enough terraformer workers on the planet. And that probably has to do because we don't have any infrastructure on any of the planets anymore. There's some infrastructure on Luna, some on Mars, and none on Earth. Yeah, that's probably the problem then. There's not enough infrastructure around the galaxy to, galaxy, our solar system. We're not that far ahead yet to actually ship to Titan, and therefore they are stuck at, well, 35 million population. That's still 5 million extra population. 40% has to go of that to the agricultural and environmental stuff, so we can actually feed the people who are coming. 40% goes to the service industry at the moment, who is also producing some infrastructure. 63 per year, it's not that much. So, yeah, it's not that great. But what's really interesting is that New Earth is losing population. Many people are, well, not fleeing, are moving to the new colonies and abandoning New Earth. And I'm actually quite okay with that. Right now we have a 30 million extra population for manufacturing. We want a little bit of that left because eventually we're going to build more research labs on probably Earth, because that's where our research is focused at the moment. And we need workers for that as well, but we can lose a couple more. And I mean, Mars has a nice abundance of workers. Luna has almost no abundance of workers. So Luna and Mars, maybe we should stop giving you some extra workers though. Maybe we're gonna say you are stable for now. Especially Luna, because you were a source of colonists, and we really don't want to get anybody from your planet anymore to Mars or Titan, because we only have 7 million extra people. Of course, your wealth and trade is also quite big, and you're producing some infrastructure for us, but so is Mars. Alright. Yeah, and we finished the long-range active sensor, so we can put that on our design as well. And with that we can actually obsolete our older active sensor. It costs a bit more, but the rest is all the same, well, except for the minerals that are required. But you can see it's about, well, almost 4 times as good. So let's use this. And then we should go to our technology screen and go to the active sensor screen. And we can see we have a couple of sensors, but this one, sorry guy, but you're obsolete. Alright, and it literally means it will not show up for us anymore in the design view unless we show obsolete tag. So right now we should be there, and it's gone. This helps to clear some of the clutter. So the only thing that this ship's need at the moment is the jump engine, which adds 2000 of weight, and probably some armor. And then he will be ready for business. Well, not really actually, I forgot. He also has an MSP and some max repair rate. And let's add a maintenance storage bay. So he has a lot of MSP available. And yeah, that way he will be able to repair if anything comes up. Because this is a military ship, and military ships need to get repaired. We found that out the hard way with our first fighters. Uridium has been exhausted on Luna, but that was a really small source, so that doesn't really matter too much. And put all the research labs in the jump engine, which will be done in less than a month right now. So that's pretty nice. And you're gonna get 1 lab for some probably beam fire control range. And what else do we want to research then? Probably the jump gate constructor. Small jump gate construction module. Put the rest of the research labs in your care. And it will be only a couple of months away as well, so that's nice. And we have finally researched some terraforming rate increase. And yeah, I think that's fine. We can keep on putting 1 lab on that job. It's not high priority, but it will be useful for Titan. And if we find another planet that we have interest in later on, it will be useful for that planet as well. So right now we have still not much changed, but the rate is changing, so that's nice. And I think maybe I put this on a stable, but we need to make this a source of colonists. We have enough population here, enough workers, even though mines are being shipped there. But I think we need to ship still some people to Titan, and we're gonna make Mars the destination, well, the source of the population growth for Titan. Alright, the military jump drive is available to us now. Let's go to the design view. And there it is. And actually I want to do something. I want to obsolete a couple of tags. Because we have a lot of engines, we're not that great. Why do we have twice this engine? Well, first, this commercial nuclear thermal engine, you're obsolete. This nuclear pulse engine that we use for our fighters, you're really obsolete. And then we have 2 of these, and I don't know why. We're gonna obsolete one of them, and then we should only see one of them left over here. No, we see none of them. So, view technology, engine, Show obsolete tech. This one is obsolete. Let's not obsolete it anymore and put the other one on obsolete. And how about now? That's too far. Yeah, I don't know why, but apparently we need to have none of them obsolete to actually make it work. That's really weird. Unobsolete. Yes. Close. Design view. We still don't see it. That's really weird. I don't know what's going on there, but it's fine. So we have now our Coons class gravitational survey vessel. He has a jump drive, which is fine for him. He can jump with it still. He has an engine for, well, good enough speed for me actually. A gravitational survey sensor with which he can sensor around all the gravitational survey places to find jump points. And the long range active search sensor to find the aliens if we can find them. We're gonna add a couple of layers of armor, and 5 layers of armor gives us a perfect 8,000 tons with which we can still jump. Glorious! I think this is our ship. I think this is the ship that we're going to send to a new solar system. When we can build it, of course. How far are we with our shipyards? Still not close enough. You need to add about 2,000 capacity. So if we add 2,000 capacity directly, how long will it take? Yeah, let's do this, and it's gonna take you until the 16th of December. Well, we have to wait for that a little bit. But with this our episode is at the end. Thank you guys for watching, and next time we'll hopefully be able to build the gravitational survey ship and maybe even jump into a new system. Exciting times. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.